Hey guys, how you doing? I want to come at you with a quick video here with a quick update from the Michigan trip and then also talk about what's coming up next. First of all, I've already sent out one video, but I'm just doing another one regarding what happened in Michigan. I just thank you all for showing. There was a good 25 to 30 of you that really made that trip happen. It was off the chart. It was amazing. Just there's something stirring in my spirit in the subject of revival, believing God for revival, and because there's a lot of hype around that subject of revival, but I just, for the first time, really, honestly, I can truly say that for the first time in my life of being saved, I have this ache in my heart that I know God's going to send an outpouring of the Holy Spirit, but He wants us to partner with Him in prayer and evangelism. And so I preached that all over Michigan, calling the church to pray. I've been getting lots of feedback from people that were in the meetings and messaging me on Facebook and telling me how much they were impacted. It was really awesome. And so then I came back, we got stuck in D.C. for a few days, and that was kind of fun. But then we flew back, I think it was last Thursday. And since I've been back in town, I've spoke at two different events here in Kansas City. I spoke at the Luke 18 Project, which is a ministry that serves college campuses, and they start House of Prayer. And then I spoke at a breakout session for a high school conference here at IHOP called Fascinate. Both times I preached on evangelism, and I told signs and wonders stories. And the hunger was so off the chart. I never did an altar call time at all. I just was like, okay, I'm done. And people would just get out of their seats and just line up for impartation. And so people are really hungry. So I'm excited about what the Lord's doing. There's just an urgency, and God is putting hunger on His people. And so I want to talk to you guys about what's coming up next. In 2 weeks, me and my wife and the whole family, I get to take them again with me. This is really exciting to do the family thing. We are going to the East Coast for 14 days in the beginning of August. We will be in New Jersey, New York City, and Philadelphia. I will be at the Eastern Gate House of Prayer. I'm sure most of you know about that House of Prayer. It's a pretty good one out on the East Coast in New Jersey. I'm going to be at the Eastern Gate House of Prayer, preaching on a Friday night and a Saturday morning, and then taking everybody out on the streets and getting them equipped to go. Because what's coming up in November is an event called Love New York, where we're going 24/7 evangelism with 24/7 prayer, just like we did in LA back in November. For some of you that remember. So they're bringing me in as kind of a precursor to Love New York, of just getting them excited to just go out on the streets and walk in signs and wonders. So I'll be there, and then on Sunday morning I'll be at a church in New Jersey, and then we will be in New York for 3 days after that, just my wife and the kids. We're going to get to go down to Manhattan and go to Times Square and do the whole thing, and I'm just believing that we're going to have a good, relaxing time with the family, but we're also going to love on people in just a major city that needs Jesus. And so I just have anticipation in my spirit that there's going to be divine appointments, that people are going to be rocked and touched. So we are definitely going to make it a priority to evangelize, not only on the organized outreach with the Eastern Gate, but then when we're in New York. And then after that, after being in New York, we're going to then head over to Philadelphia, where I'll be with the Philadelphia House of Prayer on that following weekend on the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I believe it's like August 14, 15, 16. So I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, preaching 4 sessions, taking them out on the streets in the afternoon. I was there back in May, and it was just so exciting to see how encouraged and stirred up the people were after going out on the streets. And I know many people were impacted on that trip in Philadelphia. And so we're going. And we need your help once again. When we do these trips as a family, it's extremely costly versus when I just go out on my own on a weekend. And so I know a lot of you guys have just recently sewed into the Michigan trip, but we're asking for your help again. This trip's going to cost us roughly $1,000 to $1,200, probably $1,200 to be safer. Because even with our Michigan trip, we didn't end up raising enough like we thought we needed. It just costs way more than you think when you start getting into these cities with rental cars and different things. And so anyways, we need about, I would say, anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 should be able to sustain us for 2 weeks while we're in New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. And so if you get a heart for the East Coast, if you love what my wife and I and what our family is doing with reaching the lost and reviving the church, then I ask you that you would sow in. There'll be a link to give, joshmcdonald.org/donate. And I just thank you guys for all your partnership, and I'm excited to see what God's going to do in the East Coast. Bless you guys.